Hello there. Thank you for joining me on this webinar regarding our new improved touch tip. It's not such an in-depth webinar, this particular one. I'm just going to sort of take you through what it looks like, any new additions, sort of why we've improved it. So I'll go through our little slides first. So how the touch tip used to look. It was good before, but what we want to do with the touch tip is make it sort of port of call for all the information that you need. So to bring as much information to you in one place, with as few clicks as possible is what we want to do. So everything regarding that appointment, all that information that you need without having to go into the system looking for it. At the moment, it is in the cloud appointment book, and it is going to be coming into Fusion early next year. Now, if you do have any questions as well regarding the touch tip that you want to put forward, feel free at any time to use the chat box that you'll see on the screen there. You can pop the questions in, and I'll keep them till the end and I'll answer them at the end. Okay. So don't know whether you've seen the new touch tip or not, but on the right hand side is what it looks like now. So you can see it's more modern looking. The information is presented more clearly, and there is more information there at your fingertips as well when you just need to go through just touching on certain areas of that touch tip. So our objective really was to bring a cleaner look, one-click statuses, and less tab switching. So like I said, as much information in that particular area as possible. All the information that you're used to seeing is still there. Just some extra stuff. I will go through to the cloud appointment book as well and actually show you in a live scenario there. The booking down at the bottom that's highlighted at the moment, you can see that's much clearer and much easier to use than before. So you can either just click on the button, or just to the right of the button, you can see there's a little down arrow that will bring out your drop-down box, and you can switch between the different statuses there. What you'll also see are some little icons just next to these bookings. So we'll go through that as well in a second. The hamburger icon, which is your three horizontal lines up next to the client's name, that sort of brings up your options there of what you can do with the appointment itself. If you want to reschedule, you want to rebook, forms, I'll touch on that in a second. Change the appointment, have a look at the history. You'll also notice that the client's name is highlighted there. So Joe Burgess is clickable. So if you click on that, it will take you through to the client's profile. So you've got access within a couple of clicks to the profile, the history, being able to rebook, reschedule. The thing with the touch tip as well is that it's used for forms. So if you do have custom forms or consent forms, and you are sending those out via email, so when a client books an appointment, they need to complete a form. The information for those forms is stored here in the touch tip. What I mean by that is it will tell you that the form has been sent, whether the form's been completed or not. You can resend the form from here, and you can actually click on the form. So when the form is listed, you can click on it, and actually it'll take you through and it will open up the form, and you can have a look through the form. We also have in salon deposits, which is coming soon. That again is early next year, and that will be accessible here as well from the touch tip. You'll see that when I take you through to the cloud appointment book. In terms of the icons, so with the old touch tip, it actually listed what the clash was, whether that was a clash of resources, perhaps the stylist wasn't capable of that particular service. The client perhaps was double booked. Um, they're now icons, so it frees up for more room in that touch tip for the more important information. So you can click on those. It will tell you what those are. You'll get used to the icons, but just by tapping on the icon, it will tell you what that particular warning is as well. So as I said, this is now available in the cloud appointment book, and it's coming soon into Fusion. So that will be, we're hoping that'll be then by March, we're hoping. So just keep an eye out for that. Around the same sort of time frame will be the deposits as well. So this redesign supports, other features like I just said, so booking deposits, shortcuts payments, and improve client communication as well. So we do encourage you to use it. We'd love you to give it a good use. Try and break it is what I always say. So try and get it to do everything that you need it to do, and your feedback is really important. So what we want to make sure is that everyone loves it. It's absolutely as it needs to be before we bring it down into Fusion. So that's why there's a slight delay, because we want it to be used here, and any improvements, any changes we can possibly make then before it goes into Fusion. So that is why we're just making you wait a little bit for that. But hopefully you do use the cloud appointment book. If you don't have the cloud appointment book or you're not sure about it, please get in contact with us and we'll show you how to use that and how to get that on your phone or on your device. In terms of the cloud appointment book, if I go to Anna's column here in the center, we have Alicia booked in. I'm just going to tap once there to bring up the touch tip. So you can see that this appointment is booked. If I just want to move it, I can move it through to the checkout, not really have the checkout in Cloud Appointment Book, but obviously we can update the transaction in there. But if I click on booked, I can move through and say that this client's arrived. So we can skip past confirmed. If I just close that back up. Yep. So we can say the client's confirmed. Then we have, just bring that back. If I just select Abby in the center. So a booking deposit has been sent out for this client. I'm just showing you that now so you can see what it looks like in terms of information. So we can see that this is actually been sent out. The forms, that would sort of show the same. It would show you the form that has been sent out and whether you want to resend that form as well. And then if you like, you can stop a client receiving a deposit. So if you have a client that you feel perhaps you don't want them to ever receive a request for a deposit. So what we don't want is maybe one of the staff sending out a request in the client's profile. You can turn that off. So if I click on Louise down at the bottom, you can see that this customer is exempt from providing card details. So there's no mistake that can go out there. So yep, your staff can sort of manage that without any mistakes being made. I'm just going to click on the hamburger icon, as you can see. So we've got the information. Resend forms is down at the bottom. Appointment logs, we can look at the history there. We can change the appointment. Rescheduling is really good if you're not using that feature already. And like I said, we can click on the name as well, which will take us through to the client's profile. Do you have any questions for me? Bit of a quick one today. It's just more of an overview. This will be available, this recording will be available for you to watch as well at a later date. So if you want to show this to any of the team, you can do that. We do have on YouTube Shortcuts Australia. our own channel. So all the webinars that we ever do, sort of lots of other videos, they're all on our YouTube channel as well. So it's really good to go and have a look on there and see what you can find, but that's where it will appear within the next week. At the moment, there's no questions, so that's good, hopefully. But if you do think of anything at a later time, feel free to reach out to me. You can email success@shortcuts.com.au, and you can always give us a call as well. Okay. Well, thanks again for joining me today and just sort of going over this new touch tip. And hopefully you get to enjoy it. And like I said, please, have a really good go at it. If you have any suggestions, if you have any feedback, we'd love to hear it. Okay. And head over to our YouTube channel to watch this again and any other webinars that we've done before. All right. Have a great day. Thank you.